Hi! Have you guessed what day it is? It's time for scrapbooking with Lanita. And today I'm going to show you, oh yes, I need to tell you it's scrapbooking with Lanita time, huh? Today I'm going to show you the candy cane stripe hack with the border maker cartridge. There are several different hacks or fun things you can do with it besides being a candy cane stripe. And I'm going to show you this one first, and then I may run into the other one, but I know that Karen Mahoney has done it. I know that Chrislyn Matei did one on the blog, which is where we first heard about it, and in the promo materials. And also Deanne Castro did one, so I'll post her link on here too. All right, so let me show you why this is a little bit different. And I actually didn't put it together so that you could see at the end, once we make it, I'll put it together for you and you'll see the options. I will take this one out really quick so you can see how the whole thing works. Do you remember the Chevron border maker cartridge? It's very similar and it makes like that woven gate or lattice look. And you can do so much with it. So I am going to just set this aside and put this on the side also, and then get started showing you because I'm very, very excited about this. It's really fun to start playing, and somebody has an idea, like I saw Karen Mahoney's, and then somebody else has, another twist to it, or I started playing and all of a sudden I laid it down and that just kind of fell together and I thought, oh my goodness, I kind of remember this from another punch. Okay, so I'm getting ahead of myself here. Better stop and think here. Okay, first of all, don't start, Lanita. Hold on. I am going to use the I Am Grateful To pack of paper. Now, the reason I'm using it is because this is from one of the mystery boxes, and I think this was a year ago. And one of the things that I get requests for is to use paper that we have released in prior years, because we tend to use new paper. And so I just love these colors. I know I've used it for some of the other things, but I just love them, and it just seems to be appropriate for now. And so that's what I'm going to use today. And this is the one I'm going to cut and thread together and then see how it fits on this one. And then I'll go ahead and build that. So the idea on this is that, or maybe I should say the quick idea for this part, to make it quicker. And if you want a border like that, which is what I'm going to show you, I'll make that first on each of the sides, and then we'll do the other part afterwards. So this is just the quickest way that I've found to do this. So first I'll do both sides because I'm going to be punching from both sides. And then I'll do that other side later. Then I'm going to go ahead and score. So I'm going to score it at 1.5 on this one. And I've played with a lot of different sizes. So I'm going to be consistent and do one. And am I going to be consistent here? I'm feeling like I'm going to vary here. On this side, I'm going to do 1 inch. And the other one I did 1.5, and you'll see why afterwards. Sometimes when I play around with things so much, it's like, oh my goodness, which one should I do now? So this one I'm going to do this way, and this one I'm going to do that way. Okay. So go ahead and put it in. And part of the reason that I'm doing it this way is so that I don't have to use extenders. Okay, if I were to cut it first, then I'd have to use extenders. And I will show that afterwards, but for this one. And then I probably should back up a little bit here. I have an extender of 1/4 of an inch on my tray here. That's just a piece of paper, a piece of cardstock that I keep there in case I want to do this. Not my original idea. I want to put it out there, but I don't know who I learned it from. So if you're the one I learned it from, thank you so much. I love, love, love this idea of having it a way to scoot it back a little bit and still be consistent. The other thing that you can do is you can adjust a little bit of tape runner to make sure it lays there, but not a lot. And you'll see why in just a bit. Okay, am I still? All right, so I'm going to pull it back just a bit because, as you know, the tray can be a little wavy. So I want it to be up there and there. And now I'm going to start. I found it's easier to start from the top and move downward. And so, well, I'm going to say it's easier to start from the top because of those, but it doesn't often do that. So it did it last time on my last border that I made. So I thought, well, I better start from the top because I was doing it from the down up. Okay, leave that there. And I'm going to pull it out and notice that I flipped it. And I am going to just go ahead and put a little bit of the tape on again, just to keep it intact there. And you'll notice that I do have a little less here. This is the 1-inch one. The other one was the 1.5. Okay, so let's see. One of the things I always need to make sure of is that my cartridge is empty here, because this is on the top part. Ugh. There we go. Isn't it funny how on camera, I even heard Noreen Smith say that on camera things happen. So what happened is I had recorded this earlier or started when I had a customer come by. And that happened on my first recording. So I was like, oh, I got to figure that out. Never happened on the 10 or so borders that I made earlier. So yeah, that's just the way it is. I have no idea why, but you know, not nervous or anything. So I don't know why, but maybe because I'm farther away from the object, you know, because I stand up, I don't sit to do this. But when I make my samples, I do sit. Okay, back to this. Just talking while I get things figured out here. Okay, so now I'm going to open this and open this one. Okay. So what you'll see here is that, well, and actually I didn't have to do opposites. I just wanted to show you that they will be opposite anyway in just a bit. I just wanted to show you actually, and I ended up cutting them. I think I was so worried about doing that I ended up not turning it. And so these are supposed to be opposites, but you're going to see it does not matter at all. And that's the lovely part of this. All right, so let's see, where did the blade go for, here we go. Now I am going to cut this down a little bit more. This is at 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to give myself a little more because this is, one of these is going to extend out a bit more. It's going to be the bottom part of the border. So that's, I have 1/2 inch on this part here. So I'm going to the 1/2 inch there, which is about 2.5 inches on here. And it actually is. We'll just say it's 2.5 because that works. The other thing is to make sure it's as straight as possible because I've gotten several of them very crooked. So I'm hoping that this one won't be crooked for you all, but you know, you just play. And I use a lot of paper and I use a lot of junk paper. And anyway, yeah, that's not quite, that needs to be a little smaller. So I'll just cut it down the other part because it is folded. It will, it humps up. So it's a little harder on the measuring, but okay. And then I will measure this one. So you can see, I'll just do this side. So you can see I am going to use both sides and that one is going to have, that's going to be at the 2 inches exactly. Exactly. Let's see how that turns out, huh? Yeah, good. Okay. So now take a look and see how this falls together. Okay, so that is equal there, right? But when we flip it, now they're opposites. Do you see that? How they're opposites? And originally I was going to cut them, punch them so they'd be opposites so you could have that visual. But as many times as I've done it now, I realize it doesn't matter because you just flip this. So you can, it doesn't matter on that part. This is going to be my lower piece because this one is the one that I have thicker. Okay, and I want a little bit of a border underneath it. This one, yeah, there you go. You can see that part. So let's see. I think I like this color on top. So I'm going to start. Let's see. I'm going to have this one on top. I'm going to have this one be the top one. So that will be like that, just like I had it. Just like I had it once I finished flipping things around. Now you can see they're opposites again. And this is the coolest ever. You're going to see how it literally just falls into place. I'm going to give it a little bit of tape so that it will not move on me. And then the rest of the part. So then what I'm wanting to do is flip this piece up, and then literally you just flip. Can you see how these are flipping up? And that's how easy it is. You're going to get hooked on making these in many different colors like I did. I just tell you, I just couldn't stop playing with these. And do you see what happened? There's your little, now you could do it that way and show that part if that's the color you prefer and if whatever, but this one I wanted the back border or the back side to have a little bit of a bigger way, and because on this one I made them equal or straight, and then I added a whole other backing. But if I want to make this on a page, then I can just put it simply like that and then create my page. Now this one, let's see what's on the back side of this. This one may be better. Let's just look and see what else is in this nice fun pack. One of the things that works well, and I'm seeing that there's a really pretty blue here. So I'm going, I think that's a blue. Let's see, maybe that's, yeah, here we go. If you have lighter colors, it looks really good on a darker background. So that's a pretty mix. Okay. It looks good on this. Okay. You can also do this one and put it as a double. Okay, lots of different options. But I like this. That goes with the, you can see the little speckles in here. Those are the same blue that's on here. So I think that works nicely. And then you have your whole page here. So now now that I've showed you how to do it, I'm going to go back to these and talk a little bit about this one. This is the Vellum. And that's one of the things that people, in fact, Jenny today, when she came over, she said, yeah, I have Vellum and I don't know what to do with it. I hear that often because the I Am Grateful pack has Vellum, or had, if you've used it up. So what I did is I used the green. Okay, I used that green, which is a thicker, and then these are thicker Vellums. And then I used this goldish color. And then I put it on a darker green. And what happens with Vellum, if it's a thicker Vellum, the middle part ends up arching a little bit more and kind of has a line on it. So at first, I want you to see that. At first I thought, oh man, I don't know if I like that arch or that hump on the middle. And then I thought, wait a minute, we do those things on purpose. Why wouldn't I want that, right? So that is kind of my background to putting something like this on it. And then it's a very quick, easy border. So there, and I know I'm saying very quick and easy. I feel like it's very quick and easy once you've done a whole bunch of them. And I'm just going to add a little bit of this on here. So there's that. That would be a long type of a border like that. Okay, and that just makes it really pretty. Now, let me show you this one. So I'll finish this one up. I didn't want to finish it because I wanted to show you this option. You can use, I think it's called a leafy vine punch, and punch out a vine. And then once again, it has that lattice look. And then I'm going to add the green to it. Okay. And then I can add other things to it. So I'll just go ahead and put this on off my grid here so that I can use my little blue mat thing. My little blue mat disappeared, so I ended up using the table, but there we go. Okay, oh, it's down there. Yep, all right. So that gives it a different look, right? And then just a little foam square here. And the green kind of goes with that. And then a little foam square here. There are flowers. And this is going to go there. And then I'll just add this little one right here. I think I ran out of small foam squares, so I'll cut myself a small one. That's the beauty of these, how you can cut these up to whatever size you want. You know that? Isn't that fun to be able to do that? Okay, so there is that. Did I put this one on already? Yeah, I did. And that's just a little button that kind of matches those little buttons. Now, this paper is from, oh, what does this say? Oh, that was my list of things I needed to get down. I was wondering where my list went. All right, so this particular paper is from the summer denim. And a lot of this one, it was an advisor that we use for our retreats, for our events. And so I used embellishments from there. So if you have any of this left, that's something you can do. And if you don't, I'm pretty sure I have some of this in my Scrapbooking with Lanita site. My discontinued site, I should show you what that is. What's that one? Scrapbooking with Lanita. That has discontinued product that I have. Okay, so if you want anything that I say is discontinued, actually the I Am Grateful paper is on there also, because I know I have some of that extra. Wanted to show you one more thing here. Here we go. So this is the very first one that I made. And that's, you can see that the colors, why it just kind of fell together. I set that on top and I thought, oh my goodness, look. So this is a very nice one to just do and leave it alone and put on paper. You can also put it on the Fasta Fab. So these are the Sweet Blossom Fasta Fabs. When we get a new secret box out, I start thinking, oh, what did we have for the old one? This is what we had on the number 3 one. This is the one that we just finished using or opening, and this has the Sweet Blossom on it. So I thought that's a very fun one because it has all the Fasta Fab on it. So it depends what look you want, right? You can just cover or have the green come through. I'm looking through the camera. It doesn't show as much, but on my part, it shows. Actually, you could do this where the green is showing through there. Okay. So the Fasta Fab are very nice for this because your strip is already there. All right. So then last one is this one here. So one of the other packs I got out that I think somebody had asked about how to use is this one. So this one was a promo one, Everyday Decor one. And the question was also, can you do this type of a punch or look with busy paper? So I said, okay, well, let's try it then. Let's see if it'll work. So that's what I punched this one out of. Okay. So it was interesting because at first I was like, well, the yellow, yeah, that yellow is good. But guess what it goes so good with? It goes so good with this gold shimmer. That yellow here is so perfect for the gold shimmer. And look how it looks good just like that. The busyness of it works. And then I did use this vellum from the I Am Grateful because it has the gold specks. So this would be a great page with 4 pictures on it. And that would be your your embellishment. You know, you could do it this way also and have your title or something up top there. So let's say that if you did it this way, and I haven't taped these down, but it's perfect to use one of these. Like you could do that in the middle here to go with that, right? And I'll just put it on temporarily here just so that it will, and then you can add a little quote. There are all sorts of fun quotes. Collect beautiful moments. Sure, I love that. And then perhaps a little green heart here. So it doesn't have to be, well, I'll show you. You can decorate up here, or you could bring the decorations down here, right? And the reason I'm not putting it down yet is because I wanted to see if I have pictures, but I may not have pictures right now for that. So I do want to put 3 little things on here. So I'm just going to add that right down to there. So that kind of gives you a sense of how it can work with perhaps waiting for a title here or just leaving that as is as part of the decoration, because it is busy, busy paper. If you got this one, this would be the same type. See how busy that is? Okay. But it works. All right. Because like I said, I've tried a whole bunch of them. All right. So that is that. And I do want to show you, probably I'll just do it on the next one. There's a whole bunch of these that I have all lined up with different types of hacks, but I know that Deanne also showed it, and you might have seen Karen Mahoney. So I may do a quick one on that, but just to whet your appetite for more. So anyway, thank you for watching. Thank you for having fun with me. And thank you for scrapbooking with Lanita. And I'll put that on here. Thank you for scrapbooking Lanita today. I will see you at the next one, whatever it is. I will put my link for ordering from Creative Memories. The new secret box is coming out Monday. And that's tomorrow, isn't it? Oh my goodness, that's tomorrow. Okay. So thank you so much. And thank you for joining me today and for subscribing to my YouTube channel and for having fun with scrapbooking. I sure have a lot of fun with it. All right. Bye-bye.